Hi everyone, a very warm welcome to all of you in lovely professional university Edu-Webinars. My name is Dalvinder Kaur and I'm your host for today's webinar. As I can see, people are still joining, so let's wait for a few more minutes so that everyone can join. Till then, let me take you all on a virtual tour of our beautiful campus. So here it is.
Finishes 90 meters, 23.
Okay, let's dive into today's topic that is rediscovering traditional sports, active living beyond modern exercise. Before we proceed further, allow me to introduce the experts of the day, Dr. Suresh Mani. Dr. Suresh is a professor and deputy dean in allied medical sciences with the 27 plus years of experience. He has published 33 indexed papers and leads research in biomechanics. So now I would like to introduce the admission nominee also in this webinar, Mr. Hitesh Arora. Mr. Hitesh is a deputy officer in lovely professional university. With over 5+ years of experience in the education sector, he currently serves as a coordinator for physiotherapy. Before we proceed further in today's session, I would like to request everyone for any questions you can write in the chat box or in the Q&A box, and same will be done from my side in the end of this webinar. And I'm going to hand over this session to our expert, Dr. Suresh Mani, and it would be an absolute delight to listen from him. And I'll be joining you all as attendee, as it's always great to learn something new. Over to you, Dr. Suresh Mani.
Hello, can you able to see my screen?
Yes, the screen is visible. You can continue, Dr. Suresh.
Can you able to see my these slides?
Yes, everything is fine. You can continue.
Thank you. Thank you once again for the introductions. Very good afternoon. Thanks for coming for this the online webinar. I mean, this session is about rediscovering traditional sports and why it is even so important in today's world. That's the question we should ask. Because of emerging non-communicable disorders. Somebody asked what is non-communicable disorders, such as like a diabetes, cancer, hypertension, so on. So as we know, the traditional sports are more than a recreational activity. They helps to improve your fitness, coordinations, teamwork, and overall well-being of a person. And also while keeping our culture heritage alive. So this is the reason we have, started this webinar. So first of all, we need to understand what is the background, why you need this physical activity. As we know, globally, the physical activity, inactivity has been reached in a very danger level. So as we know this, over 1.8 billion of people globally, they are not meeting the recommended level of physical activity according to 2022. It means that nearly one person in three, they are not having the recommended level of physical activity. In addition to this, it has been recorded that global inactivity has been increased by 7.9 percentage, and from the point of 2000 years, and it has continued to rise to at the rate of 35 percentage by 2030. This is not only going to have a health impact of individual, and also it has impact on the global economy. It has been estimated that physical inactivity results in 300 billion USD, right, by between 2020 to 2030. It is roughly say like 27 billions every day. So this is creating a huge impact in our life as well as the economy of our society. As we know, this physical inactivity, it affects different person differently. For example, as we compare with the gender, the women are more inactive than the men. In women, say 34 percentage are inactive, whereas 29% in men, which is again it depends on various factors, maybe the social factor, cultural barriers, and safety concerns, and other reduced access to physical activity opportunities in our society. And also, if you see people more than 60 years, their rate of physical inactivity again it goes further down. So this is, we should understand, there is a difference between gender, male and female, and also people are getting older, they're getting less physically active. And also, when you have physical inactivity, so that will lead to increases the risk of death due to cardiovascular and cardiac arrest. So it's about 20 to 30 percentage as compared with those who are doing physically active. In the other way around, if you look at the physical activity across the high income Asian Pacific region, particularly Japan, Korea, South Korea, and Singapore, it is they are having a very high level of physical inactivity as compared to the global trend. Even if you look at the South Asia, again they have a 45 percentage of populations. They have having the minimum activity guidelines as recommended by the WHO. Even the countries like developed countries in America, even they have over 36 percentage of physical inactivity. So in spite of have the global developed countries, underdeveloped, even the across the gender specific, the physical inactivity, it is there everywhere. So we should understand what is the difference between physical activity and exercise. So physical activity, it's a body movements. You do day-to-day daily activities, the body, any movements of your any body. Because whenever you move, the muscle works. So whenever the muscle works, it needs energy. So energy expenditure there. So you are using your energy in terms of doing your physical activity, such as walking, doing cycling, doing your household activities. Whereas the exercise is a subset of physical activity. It's very planned. You're going gym, right? Repetitive movements where you focus on specific, portion of body structure. So that is the difference. So the key difference also, the exercise require the intent. Why you want to do that? For example, I want to improve my biceps. I want to improve my core, right? That is exercise. Whereas the physical activity only requires only movements, nothing else. So you can do this physical activity across 4 domain of your life. For example, you can do the household activity where the physical activity comes, you're doing cleaning and gardening. Even your occupation, where you are working, what kind of occupation you are doing, manual labor or working at work, those things. And also transport, your commute. How do you transport? Whether you're walking, cycling, whether you're using the stairs or the steps, so those things. And also leisure. Now, what do you do during your, after your work? Whether you involved in any sports or involved in dancing, those things. That's the difference between, the exercise and physical activity. As we know, we want to highlight very important public message here. According to WHO recommendation that 150 minutes of exercise at the moderate intensity is mandatory for all the adults. If you're not unable to spend 150 minutes in a moderate, you may go for 75 minutes in a vigorous exercise activities. But WHO says most of the people, many people do not still meet these guidelines. So it is very, very alarming. So the goal is not the perfection. It's not you cannot be a perfect in a single day. It is to progress each and every day. Whether it is walking, whether it is cycling or sports or daily routines, every bit of movements counts towards better health, fitness, and quality of life. I'd like to introduce this is very important, concept NEAT. It means non-exercise activity thermogenesis. It means you spend your energy doing your day-to-day activities. For example, you're walking, standing, cooking, gardening, those things. So if you look at the people with the same BMI, they try to spend different amount of energy in a day. For example, somebody have a BMI of 25, they may spend say 1800 kilocalories as compared to same BMI, they might spend more than 2000. So it just differs from person to person. And also it is determined primarily by your occupation and your habits. What is your physical activity level? It does not relate to your genetics, predisposition, or your gym time. And also metabolic protections. I think nowadays we get the obesity, the deposition of fat around your bellies, or hypertensions. So when non-exercise activity thermogenesis can minimize the risk of developing your metabolic protections, metabolic discomforts. And also, it's always people think that 1 hour of daily exercise can improve my need. It will not. So 1 hour of daily exercise cannot compensate for a full day of sitting. That is cannot be compensated. Suppose you sit a whole day, but you only spend 1 hour in gym, so that will not compensate for that. So and also prolonged sitting is not just a inactivity, and also it is a independent risk factor for your heart failure and cardiovascular death. So if you are sitting more than 10.6 hours per day, the risk of death, right, through cardiovascular or the heart failure, even if you additional 1 hour, maybe if you have like 11.6 hours per day you are sitting, it is again you added 5% to your cardiovascular death or cardiovascular disorders, right? So if you go beyond this, there is a risk of developing cardiovascular risk and high sedentary people. So this is sitting too long. It's a very risky. It's an independent risk factor for most of us. Again, what shall I do? What I need to do? So you need to start, doing your activity. The simple best activity is walking. People say like, even if you start walking, minimum threshold to protect yourself, like 3,143 steps per day. So if you start this, as we progress each and every day, so once you reached to 7 to 8,000, steps per day, so the you have the maximum risk in reduction of, in your heart issues or cardiopulmonary issues. And if you go even additional, 1,000 extra steps beyond 8,000, again, it is added more values to your, reduce risk of developing cardiovascular issues, about 9%. So the physical activity reduces the risk of heart disease by 30% and diabetes by 27% and breast and colon cancer by 21 to 25%. So this is, though the physical activity is a great important for all of us, so that we can able to reduce the risk of premature death uh, through this heart disease or other non-communicable diseases. Let's see what is related to traditional games and culture. I think India is a huge country. I mean, every state has its own unique way of, having the leisures or the games, traditional dance. Like, India is a huge country where we have many languages. Similarly, we also have a traditional games or cultural games are there. So we need to utilize those exercise or those cultural games as part of, your physical fitness. As I said, the traditional games or the cultural games are not just recreational activities. So that's going to improve your fitness. It's going to improve your coordinations. It's going to improve your flexibility and even improve the quality of life. The people are very strong enough to, involve in, the traditional activities, even the simple way of, involved in engaging in household activities, they improve their quality of life. So as we know, any games, any exercise, it has a huge impact on your physical being, particularly when the any activity that is enjoyable, that you enjoyed, while doing you performing those exercises or exercising those or performing those recreational activities. So that has a huge health benefits. For example, it has a huge benefit on your cardiovascular functions, right? That is very important. And now in India, I see somebody have the premature cardiac arrest, even the 30s and 40s. It become very common because they only focus on in a gym. They're not focus on, overall, physical activity. In addition to this, any cultural events or cultural sports, it has the ability to improve your muscle strength, which is very important. As we know, in India, we have, hub for diabetes. Globally, we are the predominant country where you have a diabetes, high prevalent, high incident in, in diabetes and associated complications. So if you do regular kind of integrating the traditional sports or traditional games or traditional dance, so that they can able to, minimize the muscle mass loss, because that is very important. And also if you do that, it is has a, hedge to improve your muscle endurance, flexibility, and your compositions, the metabolic disorders where you have a deposition of abdominal fat. In addition to this, there are emerging evidence. Now the world are creating evidence stating that, these cultural traditional games, improves the quality of life. That's very good, right? So there is a systematic review that's been published in 2025. They focus on how these traditional exercises, traditional games that improve the physical activity, that, improve their physical as well as their mental and social well-being of an individual. And also, as we know, the game around the world, not only for India, but around the world, it is going to improve your strength. It's going to improve your cardiovascular functions. It's going to improve your balance. It's very necessary. Otherwise, the older people, their risk of fall, they fall in their household. So that is leads to, fracture. That again, puts huge economic burden in the society. And also, it's very important to understand these traditional games does not require very sophisticated equipments. So it does not need any special gadgets to do this, perform these exercises. And also it creates bondage or create a team, right? So that's the overall, advantage of, integrating traditional games. In addition to this, these traditional games also improve the mental health. That's very important because the nowadays people are, focused on mental health. They ever face a lot of problem, anxiety, depression. It is common, even the children, even the families in the society. It's very common. So when you involved in exercise, has been proven that it has improved your mental health, particularly when you enjoy what you do. So again, that's going to support more. The traditional games significantly reduces anxiety in children, and also in a community where the adults, they involved in community based games, it makes more them enjoyment as well as the improve their mental status. And also the play, this community based, the cultural games promotes cooperations, communications, and involves also support in problem solving. So this is, not only the physical benefit that we get, when you do the cultural based traditional games, and it also improve your mental health as well as social development, so that you can be a good person, you can perform better, in the society, whatever the work that you are doing. And also lifestyle activity, that's very simple, right? People are, using their cars, their motorbike most of the time. Even if they want to go to the, say, like less than 2 kilometers, even the next street, they want to commute with their bike. So how can I stop this? How can I utilize this, other mode of transport, particularly bicycle? So active transport or walking and cycle to get a place, it's added, movements to your existing daily life without extra time. So the recommended is you can walk or you can cycle, up to 2 kilometers. Okay, you can go easily. Or you can park your car away from, if you're going any with your family, park your car away from the where you want to go. You can walk, right? Even if you attend any calls, it's very common nowadays, social media, we make calls and receive calls. You can walk while, talking to other person. So this is use your commute. I mean, you need to be innovative so that you can able to increase your physical activity. Other exercises like, cleaning our house. I don't know how many of us support your parents, your wife or husband supporting their in their families. Even the cleaning, mopping, and cleaning, vacuuming in your room or in your house, it is, you spend around 200 to 400 kilocalories per hour. That is, again, it is compared to, light gym that you're going to do in your, structural exercise program. Yeah, again, the gardening. So say 300 to 400 kilocalories per hour if you do gardening. So that is again you doing a, general exercise that you do in the gym, right? Again, playing with your kids, playing with your parents, right? That is, it's very enjoyable. So where you are moving your body, that is also, increase your metabolism, right? That's very important. So there are hidden exercises we never thought: cleaning, gardening, playing, cooking sometime, right? So this is, you can able to increase your physical activity. And how can you change, your physical activity in your workplace? I think now the era of technology, we are in information communication technology. We have AI now. We are sitting in the computer most of the time. It's not in the 1900 where the industrial revolution, people are walking, doing all the, manual work. Now we are sitting most of the time. How can I make use of it? How can I improve your, physical activity? So try to stand more. Try to stand more. So even if you want to sit for a 1 hour or 2 hours, spend some time, standing, or you can attend a call while standing, or you can walk around your desk where you can, call somebody. And if you want to meet somebody within your workplace or your colleague, somebody who's sitting to next door or somewhere, instead of sending email, so you can go and meet them. So again, you can improve your physical activity and break every hour. It doesn't mean that you need to sit idle. You every 1 hour you take like a few steps. As a part of your work. Again, you can add 200 to 400 steps per every breaks. And also, most of us it's very common that we take our lunch in your desk if you are working somebody. So if you move out or you can move some other place, you're walking. So again, it's going to increase around say 350 calories per day. So they equal to 15 kilos lost per year. So this is how you need to change. Think innovative where you can improve your physical activity. But most of us thought of going only gym, that is sufficient. That is not sufficient no more. So you need to spend in increase your physical activity. So move with joy, the rest will follow. That's very important. Enjoy what you're doing. So let's give some, menu for each and every one of us. You start with simple exercise walking. Keep a target of 3,000 to 500 steps. Once you're able to achieve this, then go to the intermediate level. You try to reach 7,000, 8,000 steps per day. Okay? Maybe you can replace or you can use your bicycle or walking, if you want to move one place to another place, or if you are, and also play some traditional games, which is not so common nowadays. If you want to become advanced, once you be able to achieve the intermediate level, focus on advanced level. Spend minimum 150 minutes moderate exercise as recommended by the WHO. I hope it's clear to everyone. And this slide I want to highlight very important, talking about traditional sports. There was a study published in 2012, it's a long back, obesity management, weight management using the Bhangra beat. Right? What this found was, they consider it's a magic wand which can arrest spread of obesity. It's a magic, whip, so that you can able to manage your exercise, because Bhangra involves, the high intensity or high movement of your upper limb and lower limb muscles. Whenever you move, your muscle works. Whenever the muscle works, you spend energy. So that's, you can use our traditional sports. I've been watching few more, YouTube's videos where they have been integrated the Bhangra dance in their fitness profile. The people are coming there, they perform the Bhangra. Not only they're learning the skills of dance, and also they spend their calories. They're able to maintain their body, mass. So that's the significant of involving the traditional sports. I always tell my student that if my mom, I will ask her to learn salsa. That is one of the kind of dance from the Western world, but she may not be able to learn. But if I ask my own traditional dance, she can able to dance very well because already she knew some of the movements. So it is easy for to convince people, so that he doesn't need any special equipments. He doesn't need any mastery. You need to invest more time. It's easy for them to understand. So in each traditions, there will be a certain dance, certain sports events. So we should, bring them back and utilize them to benefit of your humankind, in your own families, in your own society, right? So this is one of the example. I could see a lot of, the games, traditional games. I mean, nowadays it's not, it's coming down because they doesn't understand what is the value of these games. Because if you say 40, 30 years back, the diabetes was very less. Now look at the physical inactivity. We are not active in the street. We are sitting in the indoors, right? So we need to revive, encourage your students, encourage your parents, encourage even your childrens to perform, involved in those activities, traditional activities. Not only you're going to revive the traditional sports, and also it has a huge benefits, in their physical, mental, and social well-being. As we know, the Kelo India, that the government of India has been initiated. I think it's very promising that Kelo India Youth Games in 2021, they have integrated 4 primary indigenous martial arts, okay, in the traditional sports in order to promote the social, cultural heritage of India. Particularly the Gatka, it's one of the traditional, sports from Punjab, and Kalari, again, it is from the Kerala, and Tang again, it's with the sword, it's from the Manipur, and the Malakamba, it's been, been practiced in all over the India, but primarily it is origin from the Maharashtra. See how these sports now it's been recognized by the at the national level. So this you need to, in order to be a expert in these sports, you need to practice. When you involve, you enjoy it, and also your body, the physical benefits that you get. In addition, you also get the social and the mental benefits that you're going to get. So with this, I would like to thank you. I think a lot of physical inactivity in our society, in our families, in our societies, in our nations. So instead of waiting the structural exercises, why don't we revive the cultural sports? That's going to help us to improve our physical activity and also minimize the triple burden disease in our society. With this, I would like to thank you for your listening.
Thanks, Dr. Suresh. And now I would request to our admission nominee, Mr. Hitesh Arora, to be on this one. Over to you, Mr. Hitesh Arora.
Right. Good evening, everyone. I'm just presenting my screen. Just give me a second. Can you confirm that presentation is visible?
The presentation is visible. You can continue.
Right. Okay. So good evening, everyone. I'm not here to tell you about the subjects or anything. I'm here for the career counseling session. So I will just take your 10 to 15 minutes of your time to explain about the career counseling, like how to choose a university and how to choose an institute before proceeding your career. First, if I talk about the trending part, so nowadays there are different programs we are running. Like there is an industry tie-up programs, there are work integrated programs, international tie-up programs. We have the programs with global immersions and the international exposure options. So in industry tie-up programs, there is a collaboration between an institution and a company to provide a student with the practical exposure, internships, and the job opportunities. And second, if I talk about for the work integrated program, so these courses combine academic learning with real world projects. And for the international tie-ups, for a university, we have the tie-up with more than 300 foreign partner universities, where you can complete half of your degree in LPU and half of the degree in the foreign university. Similarly, other universities are also having that. And next, moving to the global immersion program. So it is a program where a candidate or a student visits other country to gain the international learning and the cultural exposure for the same. Moving forward with the options like how to select a university. So while selecting a university, you have to take care of various factors. So these are the factors, like you have to check for the So you have to check for the accreditations and the approvals. So what type of accreditations do the university or institute have? What type of approvals they have? what is the placement record, their industry interactions and rankings of that university, the study abroad options, whether these universities are offering or not, about the curriculum of the program. Along with the studies, you also have to focus on the extracurricular activities, the diversity, exposure, infrastructure of the university or institute, scholarships, which other universities and we are giving, and the campus life. Right. So if I talk about, first of all, the accreditations. So LPU, Lovely Professional University, is accredited with the NAC A++ with 3.68 score out of 4. So it is number 1 amongst all the private universities of India. Next, if I talk about our universities Grant Commission, we are accredited with that, and in category 1 with credit autonomy. There are different accreditations that NAC I have discussed. Next is ACBSP USA, that is regarding the management and business schools. ICAR accreditation for the agriculture program, that is Indian Council of Agriculture Research. And we are having approvals of UGC for regular and distance education, and along with the NCTE, that is National Council for Teacher Education. So these are the accreditation for the education programs. More, we have the approvals for the pharmacy program, that is approved by PCI, Pharmacy Council of India. Architecture program is approved by the Council of Architecture. Law programs is approved by the Bar Council of India, and the planning programs are approved by Institution of Town Planners India, that is ITPI. And if I talk about our physiotherapy program, that is BPT, our program is created with Indian Association of Physiotherapists, that is IAP. And one more is there for agriculture, that is Punjab State Council for Agriculture Education. So these are the approvals we have. Moving forward to the placements, like while choosing the university, you must look for the placement, what type of placements and companies are visiting inside the campus. So if I talk about LPU, more than 2,100 plus companies visits every year for the placements. And out of that, more than 5,000 candidates were placed in the Fortune 500 companies. And out of 2,100 companies, 350 plus companies are those companies which recruit students from IITs, NITs, and IIMs. So same companies which are visiting IITs, NITs, and IIMs, visiting LPU as well. And if I talk about the package, that is 10.1 lakhs per annum is the average salary package of top 25% placed students. Right. So if I talk about some of the star placements, you have seen the news as well on Instagram as well, that one of our students, that is Siri Sarvana Vishnu, has got a package of 2.5 crore lakhs per annum. And he was placed as a senior principal AI and robotics engineer. He was a student of BTech Robotics and Automation. And his batch was 2022-25. Not one faces, there are many. That is one student, that is Vamsi Reddy, got a package of 1 crore rupees. Pavan got 1 crore package. Hari Krishna got 64 lakhs per annum package. Arjun got 62.72 lakhs per annum package. And Abhivinesh ji got 54.9 lakh per annum package. So these are the companies, the student done BTech CSC and they were placed in these companies. Like Palo Alto Networks, 2 students was placed at 54.75 lakhs per annum. One was placed at 49.4 lakhs per annum in the Palo Alto Networks. And one student, Abhisheka Agarwal, BTech CSC was there, got a 50 lakhs per annum in Motok company. And one student, Sanjay Gandhi, got 48 lakhs per annum in Google. So these are the packages which the candidate is getting from the university inside the campus for the placement drives. Next, if I talk about for the industry immersions. So there are different options. While if I talk about industry immersions, there is what industry immersion includes. So it is basically a collaboration between the industry on various forums for the growth of the student. And first, if I talk about the training and the internships, it provides hands-on experience and skill development in the real world environments. If I talk about the industry projects, students work on real work industry problems to gain the practical knowledge. And in online learning space, digital platforms offering industry relevant courses and certifications in that. And if I talk about for the associations, partnerships with the professional bodies and organization is there for better exposure. Next, if I talk about for the academic industry connect, the link is between the education and the industry to align the curriculum with the market needs. So our curriculum is designed as per the market demands. And moving forward to the rankings and awards, our university is ranked 31st in NIRF, that is National Institution Ranking Framework of 2025 amongst all the government and private universities in India. And we have a separate rankings as well in different schools. That is in pharmacy, we have 13. In agriculture, we have 17th rank. In architecture and planning, we have 24th rank, and in law, we have 26th rank. And whereas if I talk about for management, it is 44th in NIRF ranking. In research institutions, 40th rank. In engineering, it is 48th. And in BAD and innovation, it is 11 to 50 band. So our university, World University ranking 2026, we are ranked 5th in India amongst all the government and private universities, including IITs. And we are ahead of JNUs, that is Jawaharlal Nehru University, University of Delhi, VIT University, and SRM Institution of Science and Technology. And in World University ranking for innovation, our university is ranked 4th in that. And we have the different opportunities available in this international opportunities available at LPU. One is the credit transfer, like one of the student is taking a BTech. It's a 4 years, 2 years he can complete in LPU and 2 years in the foreign university. So they will get a degree from the foreign university only, right? So they need to pay in dollars in the last 2 years, and in India or in LPU, they need to pay the Indian rupee fees. Semester exchange program is also we are offering, that is for 1 semester, we refer the student in the foreign partner university, they can explore there and complete their 1 semester, and their mark sheet will be credited and added in the final mark sheet or transcripts. Summer winter school is there, like for 4 weeks or 1 month, there is an exposure given to the candidates in the foreign partner universities. International internship opportunities are there, scholarship for meritorious students are there, and master abroad options is also available. So these are the students, those who were studied at foreign university. Taranjot Kaur, University of Lethbridge, Canada, completed BTech CSE. Ankit Singhodia completed BTech CSE from University of Buffalo, USA. And Trent University, Banvar Garg, BTech CSE completed from the Trent University, Canada. So these are the various examples. And our curriculum is basically, it is flexible, and it is like you can choose any path, like you want to go for the further studies or job or business. So it is pathways, different pathways are there. Outcome based is there, it is focused on industry, technology driven it is, and skill enhancement is there. Specializations and majors are also provided in this curriculum. Interdisciplinary minors, like you are doing BTech or BPT, or you want to learn any other skill, you can go for that also. Entrepreneurship is there, professional development, research oriented, and international exposure is there. So not only with the studies, we are focusing on the extracurricular activities as well. So if I talk about 24 students of LPU participated in the Paris Olympics 2024. And India wins 2nd Olympic bronze, 8 LPU students take India to the victory. Right, so these are Cook Studio event is also held in our university. And if I talk about the exposure of the university, Shri Narendra Modi visited LPU in 106th Indian Science Congress, and the theme was the Future India Science and Technology. So it was inaugurated by Honorable PM Shri Narendra Modi ji. Arun Jaitley visited LPU and for the startup school inauguration. Pranab Mukherjee visited LPU. Dalai Lama visited LPU. And if I talk about some star cast, Shah Rukh Khan visited LPU, MS Dhoni, Gaur Gopal Das, Akshay Kumar, Jacqueline Fernandez. And these are the event of in Bhangra Youth Festival. Sonam Kapoor visited LPU, Saif Ali Khan. So these were the star cast visited LPU. And if I talk about for the holistic development, not only academic is the part, you need to be care about the exposure and the extracurricular activities, right? So complete your study to learn one skill. You have to 3 of the things: academics, exposure, along with the extracurricular activities. And if I talk about the university, our university is in 600 plus acres. It is the largest campus, having the uni hospital inside the campus. That is having 20 beds. We have a gym available inside the campus. These are the labs we have. These are the libraries. We are having 24/7 libraries available with more than 20 lakh books. Uni Mall is there where you can buy your daily needs. Auditorium is there with a capacity of more than 2,500 to 3,000 candidates. Indoor stadium is there. It is one of the largest indoor stadium, having the badminton courts. 12 badminton courts are there. Basketball courts are there. Shooting range is there for the students. Olympic style swimming pool is also available inside the campus. And moving forward to the residential facilities, it is a ragging free campus. No ragging is there inside the campus. How to take the admission in this university is through LPUNES. This is National Entrance and Scholarship Test. This is one of our tests. It is a gateway to the world-class university, And we are offering study grant of 1 lakh rupees. How it, I'll let you in the further slides. Scholarship up to 11.20 lakhs is also given that. So study grant is basically in 6 disciplines: engineering, medical, management, design, law, and hotel management. So let's suppose if a candidate is taking admission in NIT or IIT after qualifying the JEE Mains or JEE Advanced, if he is taking NIT or IIT and also given the LP Nest exam of our university. So if he qualifies that LP Nest exam and he or she is in top 500 rank of our university, that is LP Nest exam, and also took admission in NIT or IIT, our university is giving 1 lakh rupees as a study grant to those candidates to study in NIT or IITs. Right? So if I talk about for the timelines, how you can apply for this LP Nest, our registration has already started from 26th of March and slot booking is started from 30th of March. Last day to apply is 22nd of March. Like if you want to appear for the test on 20th, like today is 17th. So 3 days before you have to register yourself. And after that, you can book your slot for the exam. You can appear for the test in both the modes. That is in online, that is from test center base or from home also. For home, you need to maintain the decorum. That is, you need a laptop or a web with a webcam and a second device as a mobile phone. And the last date for the admission is 25th of April 2026. After that, the scholarships are going to reduce. We are giving the maximum scholarship till 25th of April. So this is the last date. And if I talk about the test structure, basically, if I talk about for the physiotherapy, there will be 4 sections: physics, chemistry, maths, or bio with English. Total exam is of 400 marks. So you have to score and you will get a scholarship on the basis of this. And if I talk about the eligibility of BPT, it is 60% aggregate mark in 10+2 with English, physics, chemistry, bio, botany, and zoology. With that, you have to qualify the LP Nest exam, and medical fitness certificate is mandatory, and minimum age requirement is 17 years of age. Moving to the fee and scholarship part, we are giving scholarship on the basis of various parameters. This is just an idea for the BPT. The fee is 1 lakh rupees per semester. That is without scholarship, but we are giving scholarship up to 100% as well. About on the basis of the LPU rise, like you are given the NEET exam or any other exam, national level test or merit test on your board toppers, we are giving the scholarship after the verification of the documents. And we are giving the scholarship on the basis of LPU Nest and your previous 2 qualification. That is on the basis of your 10th percentage and 12th percentage if you are taking admission in the undergraduate program. Right, so these are the scholarship maximum. We are giving the scholarship of 50% in this program, and minimum we are giving the scholarship of 20%. So you have to be in this LP Nest category A, B, C, D, or in the previous qualification or 10th or 12th percentage. So you can get a scholarship on the basis of that. Many more scholarships are, that is on the basis of work experience in the master's MBA program, national level test, that is NEET, JEE Mains we are considering, or any other tests we are giving for the national level test. We are giving the scholarship on the basis of that. We are giving scholarship on the basis of innovation, startup, entrepreneurship skills, on the basis of sports and cultural activities. If you have participation in previous 2 years, or you have got any medal for that or any certificate for that, so you will get the scholarship on the basis of sports and cultural activities, on the basis of R&D, social service, bravery awards, and board toppers and NGOs and other agencies. So we are giving scholarships. So you can visit our website, that is lpu.in/scholarship. So you will explore more about these scholarships. And moving to the more scholarship, that is we are giving financial aids to the defense personnel and their dependents, wards of teachers, orphans, economical weaker sections whose salary annual income is less than 5 lakhs, equal to less than 5 lakhs, single girl child, single mother child, and specially abled persons. So we are giving these scholarships. Right, so I've already explained in bracket 1, you may get the scholarship of 100% and the hostel facilities. And in bracket 2, it depends on your previous qualification, that is in 10th and 12th. So starting from if you're taking admission in your graduation program, so the range start from 80%. So if in previous 2 qualification it is 80% and above, then you may get the scholarship benefit. And in master's program, that is in PG programs, if you are taking admissions, then we are considering previous 2 as a graduation and your 12th standard, and the range start from 70% in your graduation percentage. Right, so these are the scholarships we are offering. And moving to the residential facilities, total 9 hostels, boys hostels are there, and 7 girls hostels are available inside the campus with 30,000 plus capacity. So we have 24-hour security services available, 24-hour CCTV surveillance, electricity backup, water supply, medical services available. Uni hospital is there inside the campus. Laundry services on payment basis, departmental cafeteria, saloons, and everything is available inside the campus. So these are the facilities available inside the campus. So till you find your happiness in career, keep exploring, give your best, and be a good citizen, right? So contribute to a society. This is all about the university tour. Right? Thank you, everyone.
Brilliant. Thank you so much, Mr. Hitesh Arora. Can we take the questions, Dr. Suresh?
Yes, please.
So Devang is with us. Devang is asking, how can young people be encouraged to participate in traditional sports instead of only modern fitness activities?
It's a very good question. I think first of all, no, the young people should know what is the significance of traditional sports. They should understand. So what are the traditional sports that has been played in their society or in their families? So try to learn and have to play those sports first of all, right? Number one. Number two, nowadays there are a lot of competition is going on. I mean, there are different sports competition, traditional sports competition. If you are good enough to participate in those competitions, that also improve. In order to reach that place, you need to practice. So that's another one. It's not so easy now to go back and see like streeting. I don't know. I mean, top they play in the street. It's not so easy to play, but still you can able to revive those, physically engage yourself in enriching the traditional sports. I think there's a good example where when we had a COVID, I mean, it's very difficult for us to get out of the family. I mean, out of the house. So in those situations, I knew many people in my known people, they were doing a lot of physical activity within their home, so that they keep them engaged in their physical activity. So we need to innovative. You need to find a way out where you can able to bring those the traditional sports into life, right? Yeah.
Thank you so much, Dr. Suresh Mani. I hope dear, you got your answer from our today's expert. If anyone have any question regarding the admission, they just write on us at admission@lpu.co.in. You can do WhatsApp chat with us. Our WhatsApp number is 985256900. I'm repeating the number. It's 985256900. As we come to the end of this webinar, I want to express my deepest gratitude to our experts for sharing their valuable insights and expertise with us. Your presence, enthusiasm, and active participation have made this experience truly special. Hopefully, the attendees found this webinar to be valuable and will be able to utilize the information for better decision making regarding admissions. If anyone wants to access this webinar again, they can visit our website, that is lpu.in, or can be accessed on YouTube also. Stay connected with us for future webinars. Until we meet again, with the permission of my seniors, I will be signing off this webinar. Take care and goodbye. Have a beautiful day.